Hello, hello, hello. This is Miss Nikki, call it like it is, from my YouTube channel. I had to once again I'm doing we from the East Coast. I'm from the East Coast, and today I'm going to be saying something, and my guest today is my husband right here. Say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, that's my baby. It's some things that irritated me so badly on YouTube, and it's just like it's not just on YouTube; it's just all my life, mostly. And it's like I was listening to a YouTuber or whatever, and she was talking about Nipsey. Now I'm gonna be real with you guys. I did not know anything about Nipsey until he died. And I'm not going to pretend that I knew the brother. But what struck the irritation is this YouTuber, you know what I'm saying, decides to come on. Hold this, baby, because my arm is short. Okay, yeah. Come on in. What irritated me was this YouTuber was like, Nipsey wasn't black. He didn't consider himself as black. America, all the African Americans that was born in America, black is a color, not a culture. It is a color. I am not black. You see this color on my husband's shirt? This is black. He is not white. Teeth are white. Milk is white. That's not a culture. That's colors. My husband, as you can see, look Caucasian because he is. But he is mixed with like what?
Well, I'm part Irish, part German, got Welsh, French Canadian, and Native American. So I'm a few things. I'm not going to. You don't have to have the full view on there. But I'm a few things. But I'm white. I guess what you could say.
You know, you're not white. You're Caucasian.
Well, but Caucasian, see but that's another generic term.
No, Caucasian is actually like some people say. Oh, like this. I have a neighbor that says he's Scandinavian. Mm-hmm. What is Scandinavian? Switzerland, Denmark, all of these. It's still like they still gonna consider that as a Caucasian guy, and he looked the same color as my husband, exact same color. So we consider him as a Caucasian guy. Now me, I say I'm African American because I do not know exactly where my bloodline come from. I'm going to be real with you. Because I am dark skinned, it does not mean I'm from Africa. But if I am, and when I do a DNA test or whatever, and if I am from Africa, then I will say I'm African American. And I believe I am African American because I was told that I was African American. You know what I'm saying? But believe it or not, according to my mother and her daddy's side, I'm also a Creole. On my daddy's side, I'm Cherokee. And because and we both sitting here two different colors. We're two different color people, but we're both mixed with some type of Native American. Yeah. But what got me upset was the young lady was talking about Nipsey. Don't sit there and put your mouth on him like you knew the brother, whether it's good or bad. Like, don't pretend. I didn't know anything about Nipsey, but I'm going to defend him because I can look at Nipsey and tell that Nipsey was not a typical African American by his hair, the color of his skin, everything. Now I think there's a little hate going around with African Americans. Now they're trying to say, oh, Nipsey didn't even like black women. Both of his baby mamas were part African American.
Well, I think it was because they tend to be on lighter skinned black women. So they're doing that. It's like there's always been that divide between the darker side and the lighter side.
And that is so true. That is so true. Now the reason why my husband can speak on that, and y'all probably say, how that white boy know that? My husband ain't never been with nothing but African American women. How I know I'm his first. And we reunited and I'm his last. In between there was no Caucasian women, period. That is his preference. You know what I'm saying? If you can't sit there and down a person because of their preference. My husband has always been like this, and I've been knowing this man ever since I was 16 and he was 17. So I know we were each other's first, you know, to put it out there. I know him very well. So he's not faking this thing. He true to this. I mean, he's very true to this. That's just his preference. And one thing I know a lot of, and especially a lot of, I'm just going to speak from where I come from. A lot of black people will down a Caucasian man because they like black women. Tell me, why are you messing with our women? I'm not your woman. I don't even like you.
Yeah.
I'm not your woman, period. I'm not your woman because we got the same color skin. I'm not your woman. I'm not community property. I can marry whatever color man I want. If he was Asian, that's my business. That is my business. But what I need y'all to do is educate yourself. Stop. I mean, and she didn't just come after Nipsey. She came out after Rihanna. Talking about she's from Barbados. Yeah. She's an islander. Yeah. Oh my God. Everybody don't have to be black.
Yeah, it was like she was putting her down because she's not claiming to, I guess, be African American. It's like, but she's not.
She wasn't even she went after
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj before she got the skin lightening. She was a dark-skinned, beautiful woman, but she's not an African-American completely. She's Trinidadian. Like we have a right. If I found out, okay, tomorrow, that my grandmother was Jamaican or whatever, I can say that I'm Jamaican. I'm part Jamaican because that's where I come from. Everybody with dark skin is not black or, a color or African American. I think there's a little hate going on you ask me. It's okay to say, I don't know where I don't know who I am. I don't know where I come from. 23andMe will tell you that. What else? You can take blood tests and say, well, I really want to know because my husband and I, we were planning to do that, as soon as we get some more money.
Oh, yeah.
We want to really know because I told Desmond, when I met Desmond again, that's my husband, his name Desmond, I thought, okay, this is what happened. He laughed because he knows it's coming.
Yeah.
When we were 16, 17 in high school, and I'm going to tell you just how ignorant I was. I said, what's your name? What you say? What'd you say when I said, what's your name?
Desmond.
And he had the same deep voice he had when he was 17. I said, no, it's not because that's a black people name. He started laughing again. He said, no, that name is Irish.
Yeah. Originated in Ireland. Yeah.
I said, what? That's not a nigga name. Excuse me, y'all. For real, I did say that. I'm just keeping it real. He said, no, that's Irish. He was like, that's, no, I don't want to hold it. Okay. He was like, no, that's an Irish name. And he, my husband actually know his background. We have pictures today where, believe it or not, his, Desmond is actually the last name of his bloodline on his mama's side is royalty.
And actually a surname, yes.
Yeah, it's a surname from Monster. Yeah. Munster. Ster, yeah. Mm-hmm. And kind of found out he's from bloodline royalty from his mother's side. He's like very distant. They don't even know dude. But he's still bloodline royalty, direct descendant from Ireland. He definitely is. I mean, they can at least give us 25 cents or something. But anyway, but anyway, he is bloodline royalty. He's like 100 in line. Anyways, but if you read about it, it's true because I read about it. News said, Lord. You know what I'm saying? If you read about it, we really need a selfie stick. We actually holding this. But that's okay though. We're gonna get our point across.
This is a spur of a moment thing.
Yeah, it actually is. But I read up about it and stuff, and it's true. It's actually true. He's not lying. And so when his mother named him, she was like, 2-3 names away from her royalty name. She named her son the legacy of where his bloodline is from. She literally named her son the last name of the royalty bloodline, so he won't forget where he's from. And she only had one child. We're trying to set up ghetto style.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Wait a minute, hold up. I think this might work.
There you
go. Okay. You know what I'm saying? She named him the last name of his bloodline royalty because we actually have pictures where his great grandmother and father then was. I think the name came from the father's side. It had to be named Desmond.
Yes,
it came from his great grandfather or something, father's side, and then as you get married, a woman name changed, but his mom kept the legacy.
My middle name is from my grandmother's side. So like Desmond came from my grandfather's side. My middle name came from my grandmother's side.
Which grandmother?
On my mother's side.
So most of your whole name is, and his last name is German, and that's from his father is German.
Yeah.
But wait, now we all know that a lot of Jews pretended to be Germans to escape the Holocaust. Now, when I met Desmond again, I didn't see it when I was younger because I wasn't fully educated. When I met Desmond again, now his natural hair, his hair is short right now. He cut it all off. But his natural hair is curly. But I was like, Desmond, I said, you look like a Jew. You look part Hebrew. You look to part Hebrew. Now, I know y'all saying, how he Hebrew, he white. I'm coming to that. I'm finna get y'all. Trust me, I'm finna get y'all. But the thing is, I said, Desmond, you look like you look a little Jewish because his head look like right here. It just look like a yarmulke need to be sitting there or something. So he said, really? I said, Desmond, I see beyond the blue eyes. And when I was younger, Desmond looked at Irish. I thought he was Irish. I really did. I thought he was mostly Irish because he got the same color beard and everything as the Undertaker, and went in the blue eyes or whatever. So Desmond educated me. He was like, no, actually 50% of me is German. I said, nah, I don't think it's 50%, Desmond. You mixed with more than that. And he was like, you think so? I said, Desmond, I know, I'm looking beyond the color. Now, come to find out, when we talked to his father's side of the family, we came to find out that his great grandparents were actually German Jews. That means Jews from Germany. Leffler. Man, it's nothing about this. That is a German name for Hebrews. Because, real Hebrews didn't even have last names. So, you know what I'm saying? Kind of find out he mixed with more than just the stuff they mixed with. And I said, Desmond, I really think that we both should get a 23andMe done because we really don't know. You might be more, because when I seen his grandmother, which lived to be 94?
Yeah.
I think Desmond going to outlive me. So in his years, Desmond, my husband's going to be 43 this Wednesday. So his daddy's still living, which he's 70. His grandmother just died about 2 years ago this winter. She was 94. I hope he don't outlive me. Jesus, please. But anyways, it's according to his age, even though he's going to be 43, he 20. Because they live a long time. They got long, just long, and, That's why I'm trying to take care of myself. But anyways, I told him, and he found out he was mixed with more than one thing. But by looking at him, everybody say, white. He's a white guy. Because your final skin color, mine is dark, his is light, does not mean that I ain't black. I'm not even black. Stop saying that. When you get educated, you will stop calling yourself black. This is black. This color around this design, see that? That's white. He Caucasian, that's our final say, and I'm African American until I find out completely my bloodline. People, everybody that is dark-skinned is not Israelites. Now I'm coming to that. Y'all think that just dark-skinned people are Israelites? That is a load of crap. Let me explain to you why. Because I read my Bible. If you want to know true DNA, let's break it down. Who is our mother and our father?
We want to go ultimate?
No, who is our mother and our father? Beginning. God
made the ultimate.
Yeah.
That's Adam and Eve. That's
our mother and father.
Where it started from. Yeah.
I don't care what color you are. I don't care how dark you are. I don't care how light you are. I don't care about any of those things. Adam and Eve. Eve was named the mother of all living. She cannot get that label if there was other women on earth Adam was laying with. She is our mother. Adam is our father. And according to every study in the world, I don't care what the white man, y'all call it the white, the black, everybody study. Our first color people were what? What color were we? Adam and Eve.
No, we really don't even know.
Yes, we do. The first color people were dark-skinned. They're not called African Americans. Stop saying African. They wouldn't even, and they say Africa because where the Garden of Eden was at in Ethiopia.
But they're not really dark skin, it's more olive skin.
We don't know what color, but they were dark skin complected. The bones and stuff showed that the oldest living, or the oldest color, skin color, is dark skinned. Now, believe it or not.
Well, the oldest bones they've found has been in Africa. Yeah.
Exactly, which means that exactly Adam and Eve, according to the Bible, I can go take you to the scriptures. In Ethiopia, which is in Africa. Now, before there was this color or olive or anything, it was this color or maybe even darker. We don't know, but we know it's dark skinned, which means that if Adam and Eve were dark skinned, all of us come from that. I don't care. So now Adam and Eve, if they would live today, would be like, oh, we got different colored children. Adam, look at our children. Look at our children's children. 1,000 removed. I don't care how. We are all related. I don't care what you say. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care how much hate you have in your heart. The Bible does not lie. Even though Desmond and I are married, we're not DNA related, but we are all simply related. We are all related. I don't care. When you put down a white man, black man, do you want to, let's just, I'm talking dummy terms to people that want to be, when you put down a black man, you putting down yourself. When a white man put down a black man for the color of his skin, believe you me, before your parents, your parents and parents were this color, they were this color. They come from us. And we're well educated on that. Now, let's go to how we became different colors. Now, and how you sit there and say, you lying? No, I ain't got to be lying, honey. Go look up Old Testament and they will tell you exactly. You ain't even got to take 2 and 3 in me. The Bible is 23 in us. So you need to go to your Bible and you can prove this. Now, the next step, Adam and Eve had children. Children. Children was begetting children from the same bloodline. There was only one bloodline. When his son, Cain and Abel, and you know about the story, Cain killed Abel. Okay, they still was having children because then they had who they have Seth with the third son, but because they only mentioned the sons, that don't mean Adam and Eve did not have daughters because she had to have daughters in different conceive. Now, before that was called incest, this was not called incest. That's why we were one blood. They was within one blood, one family. When Cain wandered the earth, came back and married. Who did he marry? He could have married any blood relative, but at that time they was not considered blood. They were just the Bible said God told them to multiply. Okay, whatever all them babies come from, Adam and Eve was the parents of anything that came from reproduction up until now and until the end of the earth, the end of our time. You can't go around. I don't care how y'all try to sit there. I seen YouTube where they talking about the black man and we are the black. No, stop all that mess. We're not with that. We in our house. I have a son that's the same complexion as me. He's also German. His great grandfather, I seen a picture, was this color. He married a woman darker than me and had about 15, 16 children. 12 of his daughters look like a white woman, but my son's grandmother is like a caramel, I could say like a cinnamon complexion. But in her kids, when she gave birth, they have beautiful skin and they you could see it in them. So I looked up my son's last name. Sure enough, he's German. He got a German last name, a German crest. He got German in him like my husband had, but he's dark skinned and he's a lighter skinned man. So, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to say, I don't know where I come from, because I honestly don't know where I come from. I look at my broad nose, I look at my thick lips, and I'm like, okay, that don't mean, oh yeah, you African, you African. That don't necessarily mean I'm all African because I'm dark skinned with a broad nose and thick lips and, you know what I'm saying, and all this other stuff. But I know I come from somewhere. When we find out, and I'm going to take a 23andMe and see how truthful it is, I'll let y'all know the results. I'll open this up and read it to you guys and let you know, like, exactly where we come from. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm sick and tired of is the bitterness and the hatred and you know, I don't lift up just African Americans. I don't lift up just Caucasian because we are a biracial couple. We don't do that here in my home. I say my people. My people is everybody that God created. Whether you like me for my skin color or not, we're related. You're my brother and you're my sister. Period. If a white man come to my house or a white woman come to my house and need genuine help and ain't trying to rob us or whatever like that, I'm going to help them. If a black person come to my house and they generally need our help, I'm going to help them. I don't care if you red, white, pink, whatever the color you are. You know what I'm saying? We're one. The only thing separate us is DNA. It's because now we're finna move forward. After the flood, there was only 8 people left on earth. 8 people. And I don't care if you atheist or not, this is the truth. Now, Noah, his wife, his 3 sons.
And their wives.
And their wives. It was 4 females, 4 males. Right?
Imagine.
That's it.
And from that onwards is continuation of the human race. So
now, even though they came from the 3 sons came from the same mother and father, there was 3 different colors, and they went. Now, I'm gonna tell you where. Now, this is where the separation started. One son went east, one son went west, one son went Mediterranean, whatever. I've got to read it, but they went 3 different directions of the earth. Now, everybody know with common sense, if we move to Egypt right now, my husband would be 3 times darker than what he is because it's hot there, very hot there. If we move to like Hawaii or whatever, he's going to be much darker than what he is now. Now, if you move to a state like when Desmond was, we both come from Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, before we moved to North Carolina. Desmond was not this color. When he first came down here, you should see
more paler.
He was like winter pale, powder pale.
Yeah.
He was so pale till when his legs and stuff finally got a lot of sun. One of his legs was cooked for it couldn't accept the sun. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. So it's like his one leg kept getting burnt until his body adjusted to a warmer climate. He's now darker than what he was when I first met him. He really is. This is his Caucasian summer tan that never went away. Even in the wintertime, it don't even go away anymore. Now, don't they tell you something? Now, this is a prime example. And he was light-skinned. He was the typical, what we call white dude. You know what I'm saying? From Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And Milwaukee, Wisconsin, even right now as we talking, it's still snowing. It got cold weather, which means you're going to remain. I was always this color because I don't want to go outside. I'm dark-skinned and I love it. But my kids got darker when they moved down here. My kids were all lighter than me. Now, what I said all this to say this: when you move to a climate, different climates of the earth, of the world, your skin going to become lighter. During the time, it's going to become lighter, or it's going to become darker.
Yeah, you're going to adjust to the climate
right.
or whatever. Yeah.
Like people in Hawaii, they have this beautiful skin. Right. But don't the people in Hawaii, the Eskimos and the Samoans, all of them favor each other? They look a lot alike.
Well, they're all like in a general neighborhood, basically.
You know why? Because of Noah, his 3 sons. You know what I'm saying? Knowing his 3 sons are the descendants of Adam and Eve. Those were their children. Enoch, all of them. Enoch, Methuselah, all of them. They was all descendants from Adam. Adam lived 900 some years. Methuselah lived 900 some years. I think Enoch lived 900 some years. They were still living even when Noah was 500 and some years old. His grandfather and father was still living. They was in their 800 and 900. You know what I'm saying? You got to read the Bible. Read the Bible. Don't sit there in ignorance. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know where it's from, I said, let's just break this all down because then, you know what I'm saying? Then you talk about Nipsey. Nipsey, I respect the fact that Nipsey know where he came from. He was one of we call the blessed ones. I'm not going to say luck. I don't believe in luck. He was blessed. His daddy was from Africa. He didn't have to trace his stuff back generation. It was right there. Right there. Now, his mom don't look like she's African American. She had very pretty hair, and I think that's where they got it from, the mom and the dad. But you could tell his culture. He knew his culture. He was blessed to know that. Okay, because he preferred a certain color of women, because you could tell from his first baby mama in London, Ms. Laura London, that he had a type. What's wrong with that?
Like, I got a type.
Yeah.
But see, but that's the thing though. I guess she was, bashing him on that. It's like, oh, he hates black women, because he prefers, like I said, lighter skinned ones. Like, but it's like, but what does that matter? And then she's going on about black Americans and all this. Is like, with me, it's always that divide. You have, the white America and the black America. You have, people like me, there's just Americans. And then like my wife, black American. See, me, I consider everybody just American. And until we can get to that point, there's always going to be that divide, that separation. It's always going to have that line.
Right.
As long, it's like, once we can get past that, but I don't.
But the woman, this is what irritated me as well, because I'm going to have to do a part 2 of this. I'll be right back. But I'm going to end this with this. What really got me was she was talking about, Nipsey he didn't consider himself African American. He's African, but he don't have to say American part. He don't, because he got the right to. He knew where his bloodline came from.
And that's what I think about, she brought up Rihanna's like, bang about, she's not saying she's
not saying because she's
black
not.
American because she's not. She's Barbados.
Yeah. So, and then she was talking and she was sitting up there, sort of, to me, it was sort of like putting him down because of his type. She's sitting up there, dark as me, with honey blonde hair.
Actually, no, she was a little lighter than you.
She was a little lighter than me. She was
lighter than you, yeah.
But she wasn't light skinned.
Oh no, but she had a little lighter tone than you, and then of course she had, the lighter hair and all that too. So
no, that wasn't even her hair. She dyed her hair that color and put weave in it. That's what made me mad right there. Like, you talking about a preference and talking about Nipsey didn't even like black women. A person that do not like black women, period, would not date women with African American descent in them. They won't do it. Just like my husband, and I'll be right back with part 2.